Greetings my friends, how you doing? This is Zed from Zed Outdoors. I hope you're having an awesome day. So this is a video to commemorate my first year in bushcraft. So I'm putting this video out literally after New Year's, and 2014 is when I started out my journey. Now I've got some notes, that's how prepared I've got to be, just to kind of cover a few things about my first year as an experience in bushcrafting. I started off having my first bushcraft course in March, 2014, at the end of March, and that was for a week long. And honestly, it's one of the best things I ever did. It gave me so much confidence, gave me the basic skills that are required to go out there and do wild camping, which is subsequently what I did. So if it's something you get an opportunity to do, I highly recommend you do it. Like, your learning curve just goes exponential. And because of that course alone, I started to understand kit mentality a lot better, and that's something I'll be covering a lot more as I move forward. But kit mentality was a big one. I really started to understand over time, especially as of that point, what you need and what you don't need. Since the beginning of the year, what can I say about the channel's growth? It's just been absolutely crazy. I think where I'm standing right now is it's gone over 6,000 subscribers, which has been absolutely phenomenal. And I want to take this opportunity to sincerely, from the bottom of my heart, thank each and every one of you for your support. It's been quite overwhelming. On that note, I've still got to do the announcement for the 1,000 subscriber giveaway. Well, that was about 6 months ago, so that's going to be done very soon, so my apologies about that. That will be done. I've not forgotten about that, and I want to take this opportunity to thank sincerely for all the new subscribers that I've got. I've met some phenomenal people through this channel, some great friends, and I want to thank you for that, you know, for everything that you've done. Throughout the year, I've kind of really improved on a lot of my skills, you know, setting up shelters, fire lighting, even knife safety, you know, just making sure you look presentable when out in the wild, and you look safe with a knife. And obviously a lot of the stuff I'll be getting into is the craft stuff, so the craft stuff is a big thing I'll be getting into. So woodworking is primarily the big thing that I really got into this year. For me, it's kind of a deep connection when you're out in nature, you know, being able to, and also being able to use tools quite safely as well. Also with the wild camps, we're doing a lot of, but done about 3-4 solo wild camps. Initially my intention was to do 1 solo wild camp a month, but then I got the opportunity to camp out with Mike of MCQ Bushcraft, and I'd be crazy to say no. So yeah, that's why I stopped doing the solos and done the camp outs with Mike instead. So a lot of skills I've been developing over the year. Obviously I've been to the events as well, so the Bushcraft show, the Wilderness Gathering, the Preppers Meet and so forth. I think for me the best gathering that I've been to all year was the Wilderness Gathering. I think hands down it was just a fantastic event. But they all played their role in their own way. Preppers Meet was fantastic to meet up with all the kind of YouTube community. So the events, yeah, if you get the opportunity to go to an event, I highly recommend you do so. It's kind of like a collective of all the people that you know in our environment. And for me, especially in the UK, I think the Wilderness Gathering is by far the best event. Definitely be there next year. So that's my first year, you know. Oh, actually, another thing I've been working on is plant IDing. And I think I've gotten quite confident now with IDing, you know, the various diversities of plant and wildlife that are out there. It's definitely a tree. So there you go, man, that is it. That was my first year, 2014. I'll do a much deeper review later on, but I just want to kind of cover on the fact that it's been my first year in bushcraft, and I want to thank you sincerely for the support. I know I've said it already, but I want to say it again. I really do mean that. I'm still a beginner at this, you know. A lot of you have way more experience than I am. So I'm humbled by the response that I get. Like I said, all I do is just share my journey on my channel. So for the new year, 2015, what is Zed Outdoors going to be doing? So let me quickly reel through it. The big change is this. It's not really a change, it's something I intended to do from the beginning. I just didn't do it in 2014. And obviously up until now I've been covering primarily bushcraft. But to be honest with you, where my channel's moving into the new year, where it's always wanted to move, is actually 3 main areas. So the first is bushcraft, and I use that to denote everything to do with the outdoors: natural firelighting, shelter building, hiking, rambling, canoeing, whatever, okay? I kind of bundle all of that under the bushcraft banner. I'm still going to be doing a hell of a lot more, in fact a lot more of that in this new year. Also, the other thing, I'm going to be delving into the crafts a lot more, the natural crafts, so green woodworking, blacksmithing, leather crafting, knife making, etc. All from a hobby standpoint, but I'm going to be delving a lot more into that. I appreciate it's not everyone's cup of tea, but this is really what I want to be moving. And also the third area, which I've not touched on at all in 2014, but it's something I've wanted to do for years, is homesteading. So I'm massive into homesteading, like organic gardening, you know, collecting rainwater and, you know, natural foods and all of that kind of stuff. So bushcraft, crafts and homesteading, those are the three areas I'm really moving into now. So you're going to see a lot of different types of videos now on my channel going into the new year. Also, I'm going to be doing a lot more courses. You know, for me the courses are a crash course of, yeah, excuse the pun, but it's a crash course in terms of learning. You know, so I'm going to be doing a lot of courses with a lot of established experts, primarily in the UK. Please follow me on Facebook and Instagram. You know, I post a lot of stuff up on Facebook, photos, etc. Of my trips, so I'm quite active on there. Links for everything are below every single video that I put out. And also Instagram, there's a lot of stuff that I'm documenting on pretty much on a daily basis, especially even when I go out, that I don't share anywhere else apart from Instagram, and there's a fantastic community on there. So please, you know, follow me on Facebook and Instagram, links are below. Also, I know I'm famous for my long videos, right? I just can't help it. But what I'm going to be doing in the new year is kind of changing the format a little bit. So do some long, but do a lot of short videos as well. So kind of mix up the formula. I don't really go out with the intention of doing a long video, just the way it happens. And also on that note, I'm going to be making intention to go out at least once a week now on a day hike. I've overlooked the day hike thing, you know, a lot actually in 2014. And I realise it's crazy because I work full time, I run my own business, I've got stuff happening at home. It's really, really difficult, as a lot of you I'm sure can appreciate, to get out all the time for overnighters. Well, day hikes is not a big excuse for me. I can do that once, 2, 3 times a week. So I'm going to start doing a lot more of that. Now, I'm not necessarily going to video document every single one, I'm not, because it takes a lot of work. And I'm only going to be going out for like 2, 3, 4 hours at a time. So that's where Instagram comes in. I'll always be documenting on Instagram. But I'll be doing a lot more day hikes to kind of, you know, get little bursts of going out into the outdoors, do some IDing and getting my confidence. And also on that note, I'm going to be improving my videography as well. I know it's not the best, but I'm not an expert with this stuff. I'm not an expert in editing or anything the likes thereof. I just know what I know, and I just try and patch the best I can and just put it out there. But at the same time, mate, I don't like to put out rubbish. I always like to do my best to do good quality video, you know, up until where my capabilities allow. But going into the new year, I'm going to be investing in some proper camera equipment, some training as well. So, you know, I'm not going to promise a Steven Spielberg editing just yet, but, you know, moving into the new year, you know, I'm going to be improving bit by bit. So overall, I know I covered a lot of stuff here, so excuse me for talking quite fast, but I didn't want this to be a long video. The main point was this: firstly, to sincerely, once again, thank you from the bottom of my heart for the support you give me in 2014. I've gained a lot of confidence. I've got a way to go before I get any form of proficiency in all of these skills, but I'm trying. And like I said, you know, this was just a video document. It's kind of pretty much exploded the channel, and it's kind of taken me back a little bit. And I enjoy it. You know, it takes a lot of time to manage. Ask anyone who runs a channel. You know, it takes a lot of time, but I do enjoy it. I'd always endeavour to, you know, reply to comments where possible, and I think I've done it to most of them now. So on that note, thank you once again for your support. 2015 is genuinely going to be a great year. The January period is going to be, this first month's going to be a little bit quiet, but come February, boom, it just kicks off. I've got a lot of stuff booked in, a lot of camp outs, a lot of courses, a lot of very cool stuff. Some stuff I don't want to talk about just yet. I'll leave it until it happens, and possibly also 1 or 2 maybe abroad wild camps as well. Once again, I'm not going to say anything just yet. I'm going to let that manifest. And like I said, please follow me on social media. I'm very active now, especially on Instagram and Facebook. And that is it, man. So there you go. I've talked at 100 miles per hour with everything. And I hope you got all of that. And like I said, thank you once again for the support. I hope you still stick with me moving into the new year. I want to welcome aboard all the new subscribers. There's a lot of you out there. And I hope for you, yes, not just about me, I hope you are inspired to get out there by watching me and all the other guys on YouTube, to go out there, try stuff, you know, broaden your horizon a little bit, try some different things out, you know. If you're resourceful, all the information is out there. And on that note, I hope you have a blessed 2015. I really mean that from the bottom of my heart. I hope, you know, we can share that journey together. And so, here's to the next 12 months, man. Let's see how that pans out for Mr. Z Outdoors and for yourself too. So I hope whatever you're doing, you have a blessed day, a blessed week ahead. And from the bottom of my heart, this is Zed from Z Outdoors. Peace out.